Hi, my name is Ruby, and I will take on and then start to sharing my life in Finland. And you can see from the right-hand side corner, I have a like happy living, happy study, which is also it's the same motto as like studying in Finland. Yeah. So um yeah, I'm 25 years old and I'm from Taiwan, and I'm studying changing education masters in Helsinki University. And I'm already spending 1 year and 2 months here in Finland. So this is the content of today's presentation. The first part will be all the study related things. And then the second part will be about all the living things around in Finland. And the last part will be like the fun stuff in Finland. Yeah. So first start from like, why Finland? This is the question that everyone asks me when they know that I'm going to study in Finland. But it's very simple for me because I always have a thought that I want to study abroad, and I also want to have a high quality education with good reputation. And the last part is like, I need to have a scholarship to fulfill this dream. And studying in Finland actually tick all these three boxes because it's my childhood dream to study here, to study abroad, and also to have a good quality education with good reputation, which means it can give me a better career path. And also in the end, like the university in Finland actually offer me the scholarship, which can be the financial support for me. And fortunately, I got the full scholarship, so which means it's a really big support for me. So that's why I choose Finland, and that's why I'm living here. So after studying here, I found some traits of the Finnish education style, which you might find a little bit unfamiliar for you if you're coming from a different country rather than like more like European style education. Those traits are like very flexible and independent and self-driven. And the last part is they are very short, intense, and focused. Like the school days is very short for around like 6 to 7 weeks. Then you will get the cold period, and then you have 4 period in your the whole year. Yeah. So which turns out to that you will get like really long holiday breaks that you can do your internship, or you can find a summer job, or you can just rest, or you can go travel. And from the flexible and independent self-driven part, I can share my experience that you can actually choose if you want to study in person, or you want to study hybrid online, or you want to finish your task, like just submit your task. It's very flexible. It just depends on which type you want to do. And also for independent and self-driven, one thing surprised me is that actually in the university, you can have like 3 deadlines. Like the teacher will say, oh, the deadline is maybe like next week. But if you can't make it, you can ask the teacher to give you the second deadline. But if you still can't make it, you can ask for the third deadline. So for me, it's like, that's not deadline. You cannot be that for 3 times. But that's how like you can arrange your time and to see that you really put efforts on your work and not just like rush out and then give up your project. And also for independent part, I also want to share that the study environment in Finland is very so as I said, very flexible. And also you can find your own study places that suit you the most. For example, like cafeteria or like libraries, and all the infrastructure in library is also very diverse, which is very nice to study and find your own study pace. And now I come to the student benefit part, which I want to share about the housing, student meal, transportation, and healthcare. For housing, there are several student housing company that will provide like lower rent that it's more affordable, and it's depend on different cities, which I will say more later. And about student meal, which I will say is the biggest student benefit in Finland, that I only pay for 2.95 per meal every lunch. And I will also talk about more later about this. And for transportation, I also have a student price for season ticket, which really helps a lot. And also for healthcare, for me personally, I pay 36 euro every semester, and it provides me like basic healthcare and 1 free dental checkup that I actually just used it yesterday. Yeah. So I will say this is really for me, I will be more relaxed before I came to Finland, that knowing that if I suddenly have like a health issue or something, I can still have something to rely on and not like I will get a really expensive bill after that. Yeah. And I will talk more about housing. So actually for me, I live in both shared apartment and also studio in my 1 year experiences. And the price difference is really like in a big range. So from shared apartment, it can go as low as like 315 euro in Helsinki area. And for studio, it's like 550-ish in Helsinki area. So it depends on what you want and what you need. And the best thing of the student housing is that laundry and sauna are free, which is really nice. And some even have like club rooms or gyms and like common kitchen, which is also really nice because in winter times you will really want to have like friends gathering, and then those places offer like club rooms that or common kitchen, so you can ask friends to come over and then cook together, which is really nice. And different city have their own system and price. So from my presentation, I can only provide the information about Helsinki. Yeah. And then it's student meal. Yay! Yeah, I also just finished my student meal before having this presentation, and the price is from it's 2.95 in Helsinki area, but I learned from other student ambassador it's like 69 cents in other city, which is like insane for me to know. And yeah, and they are very healthy. So mostly you can get like a main dish with proteins and either like vegan or like with meat, and then you will have like salads and bread and a drink. Yeah, which is very, very affordable as a living in Finland. Yeah. So yeah, every time when I went to student cafeteria, if I see something, oh, this is interesting, this meal is good, I will take a picture of it. Yeah, and then share it with my family. Like, I have this today. And then it's about the budget. So for me, the rent is actually like the biggest difference of having when it comes to budget. So if you choose studio, which will be a little bit more expensive, but if you choose shared apartment, it can lower the price. And then for some essential fees, for example, I have the 4G unlimited data, so it costs me like 20 euros every month. But from some of my friends, they have like prepaid card, or they just use other subscriptions, which the price can be lowered to like 5 euro per month actually. And also for electricity, because I live in studio, so I have to pay for my own electricity, which costs like 15-ish euro every month. But if you live in a shared apartment, normally you don't have to pay for that. And for transportation, it's like 43 euro for me. And for food, thankfully I have the student lunch, so it only costs me like 50 euro-ish every month. And then for groceries, also like 60 euro-ish. And then yeah, you can see the one in bold, it's like the one that I would say it's more like essential. Yeah. And then for others, it's like depends on how much you want and what you want. So like social events and traveling. And why I mark like a small mark around the 15 euro in travel, because actually if you have like student, not only student, but sometimes you will have discount of traveling to Estonia, like another country besides Finland, for only 15 euros. You can take the cruise back and forth, and you just have like a 1 day trip to Estonia, to Tallinn, which is very, very affordable as a student traveling. So I would say my budget is around 600 to 1,000, depends on what I spend that month. Like sometimes I travel more, and sometimes I cook more, sometimes I eat out more. So it's like quite a wide range for me. Yeah. And speak to Finland, then we have to say about the weather. So when we speak to Finland, we will think about the image of like so snowy, dark, cold. Yes, that's true. So yeah, those are what you will experience in Finland. But also, compared with those long winters, you can actually experience like short summer and also a short spring and short autumn. And for me, this year, what I experienced is the hottest I have is around like 29 degrees in Helsinki area for 2 weeks. Yeah, and that's summer for me. And for coldest time, I would say maybe like 15 to 18, which is also like durable for me. And I get to enjoy the different seasons in 1 year, which is very beautiful. So basically, I feel like everyone kind of cope with the cold weather with their based on their mood. Yeah, as you can see from the picture here. Yeah, it's based on your mood to decide what weather it is now. And also in winter times, you have to expect that the daylight will be really, really short. For example, like the sunset will start to, the sun will start to going down at like 3 or 4 p.m. Like for right now, it's like 4:30-ish p.m. It will be already like dark. But in the meantime, you can also expect to experience midnight sun in summertime. For example, like the blurry picture besides here, it's actually 11:45 p.m. at night in June. So it's like I opened my curtain. I was like, why is it not dark yet? I want to sleep. Yeah. And also you can experience a lot of like midsummer day celebration as well. And that is very unique experience for me. Also, one thing about the short daylight, it also gave me the feeling that I'm more hardworking than sun, you know. I wake up early than sun and I go home without the sun. Yeah. So but you can survive it with coffee. So that's what I'm going to talk about next. It's the food in Finland. So I mentioned that I start to have different appetites than what I used to have. For example, like coffee, I have coffee every day. Like in winter times, it will be like every morning and every afternoon. Yeah, so I didn't expect that I become a coffee person, but yes, in Finland, I become a coffee person. And also because of the seasons, so their food is actually quite different from what I have. So it's mainly grains and potatoes, fish, and dairy products and berries. They are very seasonal and healthy and very local, but a little bit plain to me because I eat very, very spicy food. So every time when I go to the student cafeteria, after I take the meal, I will add a lot of Tabasco. Yeah. And but so no worries, you can find like international markets here. So you can definitely find your spice here. And one thing interesting about the international market is that not even the market that I'm used to, like maybe like Chinese market or like Japanese market, I also tried out like Thailand market or Middle East supermarket, which also gave me a lot of new experiment in food as well. So I would say not only my friend is very international, I would say my not ingredient, my groceries is also very international. I get to try a lot of different food from all around the world. Yeah. Another interesting thing is that in Finland, you can pick wild berries and wild mushrooms from the forest and just cook them afterwards. Yeah, it's very interesting and very unique to me because I only know these kind of activity from storybooks or on TV before, and now I'm the one like doing this. Yeah, so I really feel like I'm living in the storybooks. So living in Finland, you will definitely learn how to cook. And also you will also have chance to try out like Finnish cuisine. For example, I tried the salmon soup and I eat a lot of rye bread after coming here. So after food, we can talk about the fun thing. But before the fun thing, I would say maybe you might heard about the Finnish culture, especially like are Finnish really socially awkward and introverted. So before I came here, I actually saw a lot of memes or like picture books about like Finnish culture. And as you can see from the picture, yeah. So after I came here, I can prove that it's 30% accurate that they are socially awkward and introvert because on the public transportation, it's always so quiet. Sometimes I forget to make the voice of my phone like how do I say down the volume, and it first off some sounds. I was like, oh, don't blame me. Yeah, because I'm the only one that making the sounds. I was like, oh, yeah, and and also people won't say hi to you if they really don't know you. So when you are like walking down the street, they won't like hi, nice, good day. No, that won't happen in Finland. But I would say that's reasonable for me as well because if they say hi, I was like, oh, are you talking to me? Yeah. So I would say 30% true, but also if you need help, they will immediately stand up for you. And if you ask them like, more proactively, they will also be very friendly. I can share a story that once I was sitting on a train and I actually encountered some kind of problem. There's a guy beside me and he's a little bit like drunk, but he's not like dangerous, but just like, but I haven't had the chance to figure out what's happening. And within like 5 seconds, the Finnish across from my sis, they immediately like stood up and then say, oh, come here. Like they helped me immediately. I was like, oh, like they are very nice and also very friendly, but even if I need help, they will reach out to me immediately. So that's one thing I still remember very clearly. Yeah. So, and so because of the kind of like stereotype, somehow true stereotype that Finnish people are a little bit awkward and introvert, people will say then the social life here is a little bit difficult for international student. I would say, but if you do what you love and just join like-minded people around you, I would say that's not a really big problem because I believe in everywhere in the world, if you just like you will just end up being with friends like who is very like likely with have the same interests with you or you share the same kind of like worldview. So I joined like student associations and student clubs and also my home community to get connected with other people. And here are all the places that I make really good like international friends and also like Finnish friends. And one thing I feel very grateful about like the social life here is that whenever I went into club or an event or whatever, like a place, if the people figure out that I'm the only non-Finnish speaker, they will always ask me like, do we need to switch to English? Or there will always be someone willing to help me translate it, which I feel very inclusive and being included in the whole environment as well. Like it's not even like they only speak English to me. It's like when they're talking with each other, they will switch to English, which will also make me feel very like friendly life. Yeah. So yeah. That's the social life here. And for leisure time, I would say in Finland, because of the long like 6 month winter, so you get to enjoy a lot of winter activities. For example, like ice skating, ice snowboarding, skiing, and also in springtime you can go experience hiking, kayaking, or lake swimming. Like there's tons of like winter entertainment on winter outdoor events that you can join and you can enjoy. And also for museums, like most museums here offer student price and some offer like free museum days, which is also very student friendly. So I actually have a list in my phone that which museum is free on which day, and then I will mark them in my calendar and go visit there. And another thing I really enjoy here is thrifting because the secondhand store here is very like there's a lot of secondhand store here, and you can actually find almost everything secondhand, like from kitchenware or clothes, shoes, bags, or even like electronic devices. Like you can find them secondhand. So it's very budget friendly. And also for me, because I enjoy shopping a lot, so that it's really nice for me to find out like new and unique outfit. For example, this cute sweater, I thrifted and I was so proud to share that it's only cost me like €5. And yeah, I really enjoy thrifting here. And least but not last is the sauna. Yeah, sauna is the really big thing in Finnish culture, which I didn't know that I enjoyed that much. But I do really enjoy it. And I will invite my friend to the sauna in my student dorm. And also I will ask my friends to go to like public sauna together. So if you want to see the extrovert version of Finnish people, just go to sauna because everyone in sauna is so happy, so chatty, and so relaxed. Yeah, so sauna. And as you can see, a lot of my leisure time activity, it's in the Finnish nature, which is very accessible and enjoyable for me because I only need to walk for like 5 minutes and then I can reach like a beach besides my student dorm, or I just need to hop on a bus and take like 20 minutes bus and then I can arrive national park in Helsinki. So that's really nice for me, and it's nature, so it's free. So you don't have to spend any money, and then you can enjoy really good time with your friends. So to sum up How do I feel studying here? I would say I feel more independent in both studying and also both my life. And also I get to enjoy a lot of new things. And also I get to enjoy nature and quietness in Finland. So yes, I would say I'm studying happily in Finland. And that's all for my presentation today. And kiitos means kiitos. Kiitos means thank you in Finnish. So I'll say kiitos. And if you want to know more information, you can follow SIF Ambassador on Instagram and YouTube to see more content. Yeah, kiitos.
All right. Thank you very much. It's time for